Hi, I'm Christine Cushing, and welcome to another helping of my favorite foods. Today, I want to take you to Mexico with a crowd-pleasing, slow-braised pork shoulder that's done in aromatic spices, kumquats. That's going to become our filling for a beautiful do-it-yourself taco station. Let's get ready to make some carnitas. I love the rolling part. Carnitas. So carnitas just means little meats in Spanish. And this is a very, very popular Mexican recipe. There are many variations, but this is the way I've found it's made best for me. So I want to share it with you. We are starting with a pork shoulder. A lot of fat here, and you need that fat because we want to braise it slowly. And what I do actually is cut it up into little pieces before we start to cook it. So probably 2-inch cubes, I would say, is a good bet. I don't want to make it too small. It's essential to have a fatty cut. That pork is really what's going to keep it tender as it's slow cooking. Now I want to just chop some aromatics. These are pretty much the usual suspects. An onion, some garlic, nothing too complex here. Now, traditionally, there is, in what I have found and the way I've seen this recipe over the years, there's some kind of orange citrus fruit. But I'm doing a little bit of a twist. I love kumquats. Kumquats are in the citrus family. They're like little oranges. But the cool thing about them is you can eat the whole thing because the skin is a little bit, actually not a little bit, but it's a lot thinner. So check out how they look inside. If you don't have kumquats, you can certainly do this with oranges. What I would go for is a juice orange, so it doesn't have a thick membrane. When I had a live show on Food Network for a long time. If you've watched me there, hi. And my sous chef, Juan, was from Mexico, and we cooked together for many years. So I learned so much about Mexican ingredients from Juan, and it's kind of interesting. We did like a cultural exchange. I think he adopted some of my Mediterraneanness, and I took some of his Mexican flavors. And he would make this amazing roasted pork, like a slow roasted pork that his mom made with this sour orange. So that was my inspiration for this. This is a little bit more bitter. The kumquat is also going to give you almost like a marmalade-y flavor, of that zest. So I absolutely love it. Here's the chili that I'm using. So this is an ancho. It's just a dried poblano that I rehydrated in some hot water. By rehydrating it, I'm going to get a kind of a smoother texture and more disbursement of this flavor throughout. That's why I do that. There's not going to be a lot of heat. This is a mild chili, and I think that's the beauty of the chili. We all tend to focus on the spice, but the flavor profiles are incredible, and each one has its own flavor in addition to a level of heat. Look at that deep brick color. I mean, that is phenomenal. And then I want to really introduce some other aromatic spices. There's going to be some clove, some cinnamon, whole. These things, I really want to introduce them as a gentle flavor. I don't want to be like, boom, hit you over the head with it. So I'm actually leaving the peppercorns whole, and I'm not going to grind any pepper in it. Spices, very minimal outside of these aromatics. I am going to add some cumin, which I always toast before I grind. Insane. If you don't toast whole spices and then grind them, you have been missing large. It's incredible. The first smash, the whole room is filled with a toasted cumin smell. So it really makes a big difference. All right, last thing in terms of flavoring herbs, I'm going to put in some dried oregano, which is also really big in Mexico. Happens to be Greek and also Mexican. All right, now we're getting ready to assemble and braise. So a little bit of housekeeping. My oven, which is where I choose to do this, I'm going to braise it in the oven. It's slower and a little bit more ambient as opposed to direct heat, which I don't like. I have a braising pan, but you can just do it in any kind of pot that you cover, even a baking dish. So now pork going in, onions, garlic, kumquats, look at these babies, cloves, whole peppercorns, Spices are all in. The last thing I'm gonna add before the moisture is the beautiful chopped, look at this sucker. Ooh, ancho. Cumin's going in. Not too much, because this could become aggressive and we don't want that. And what's the moisture going to be, because braising is slow cooking in moisture, is just some chicken stock. Forget about pork. You want something light and delicate, because this is already going to have a lot of flavor. It's these little details, right? In terms of what's happening here, how much liquid do I need? Depends on the size of your vessel. Here, what I want is for the meat to be covered, but not fully. So I want some peeking out. And I'm gonna start it with the lid on to kind of steam it a little bit. And then later, I'm gonna remove the lid. My trick is not to fry it after this. We're gonna braise it and get it crispy all at the same time. Lid's going on, and I have it in a still oven at roughly 350 degrees, and we have to check it. I'm estimating 3 hours. 3 hours later, with the second half lid off, wait till you see these carnitas. And then we can talk. Look at that. So this is what I was saying about the cutting it up into little pieces. It pretty much, the second half starts to confit. So it's basically cooking in the fat that's rendering, and then I drain that off. And then look at this, it's melt in your mouth. But then you get those crispy edges and you get the braising. So you did the whole thing in one fell swoop. Now that I have it all chopped up, and I like to have it keep some structure. I don't want it to be shredded like that you've already chewed it up. It should have some texture. Now, this is my idea of your own taco station, right? Do it yourself. So you have all the tortillas out and people can help themselves. Oh, and you have the huge mouth-watering effect. So I have a couple of flour, I have a couple of corn. On the bottom, I'm gonna do a little bit of, let's do a little of the guacamole on the bottom. Some salsa, this is pico de gallo. A little bit of sour cream, some little shredded carrot if you want, little coriander leaf, and repeat. And this is the beauty, everybody can make it how they like, you can assemble them. It's got such appetite appeal, this kind of a station. I think it's just so great for a party, for a family gathering, for Tuesday night, whatever. Mouth-watering factor through the roof. Am I like lying? Look at this. This is a taco with these beautiful carnitas and these artisan, amazing flour tortillas. Oh, wow. I need to start a carnitas truck. This is that good. Wow. The aroma in that pork, it's crazy. It's so good. The cinnamon, the spices, that kumquat. You got to try the kumquat, but I can't put this down. It's impossible. You need to rip this from my hand. I will not be able to put it down. Thank you for joining me on another helping of my favorite foods. Please subscribe, share your thoughts with me, like, share, help me grow the channel, try the carnitas. See you next time on another mouth-watering helping of my favorite foods.